her business and how she got there. And the key thing to remember is everyone needs to have one question to ask. So, Jonna, go ahead.
Hi everybody, my name is Jonna Valdez, co-owner of Chelan Glam, which is a hair and makeup team here in Chelan. Oops, okay. So what is Chelan Glam? We are an on-site hair and makeup team that specializes in bridal and special events. Jonna and Kirsten are makeup artists, Callie and Jazz are hairstylists. So together we form this team, and we travel to wherever the bride is getting ready at, mostly at rental homes or venues in Chelan, so all the wineries. How did we start our business? So we each individually had a passion for hair and makeup. I was kind of doing it just for fun on the side. Callie was working in a hair salon, but we enjoyed working with other people. The wedding industry here in Chelan, this was about 6 or 7 years ago, just exploded. So now every summer, every Saturday, there's at least 15 weddings in Chelan, and they're, minimum, between $5,000, that's a low-end wedding, high-end wedding, 30, 35,000. So there's so much money in this industry, and we're just a small little part of that. So we help get the bride ready on her special day. I provide a service, I walk in, I walk out, so it's pretty cool. There's no overhead, there's no business cost as far as location, so low overhead, high profit. Branding our business, we came up with our name. It's so simple, Chelan Glam, but it took us a long time. Come up with all these different ideas and something that was simple and really outlined what we did. So we're in Chelan and we glam, so easy. We found a logo on Etsy that we liked. We started an email, social media platforms. We had all of our individual business license already because we were each kind of doing it on our own. And then we created an LLP together, and we got a bunch of Chelan Glam merch, and our business was formed. One thing I will say is, which I told Dan, is to start our business, it cost less than $200. So we had, and that was just in, I think it was $50 for a business license, $100 for merch, very low cost. We walked into our first job and we made $500. So we made back our investment and plus made money, like on our first job. So it's very rare that that happens. And when that happened, it was like, okay, we're off to the races. Sky's the limit as far as bookings. Did we do a business plan? No, but we're open to suggestions if anyone wants to make us one in this class. No, we are looking at doing that now because we're growing our business. So now instead of just the 4 of us, we have 6 people. As we hire more people, we're definitely, our business model's changing. So we will figure that out. What is our business strategy? Our short-term goal 5 years ago was to book 1 season, so five weddings. In our first season, we had about 50 events, so that out of the water. I mean, we wanted 5, we had 50. Second season, 120 events. Third season, even with COVID, we still remained over 100 bookings, and that was with a bunch of cancellations. And then now our current season is booked solid and looking through 2022. So there's no slowing down. People are always going to want their hair and makeup done for weddings. So you need to find something that's never going to go away, and always return new customers. Our people that we see, I see one time. So I needed that revolving door of clients, and that's what the wedding industry is. What are cost-effective ways to advertise? So we worked with a photographer. She gave us a good deal. We in turn did her hair and makeup. So we got, some pictures that we could use, business cards. We went to every single venue in Chelan and hand-delivered our pricing sheets and introduced ourselves. We went to all the photographers in town. Basically anyone in the wedding industry we wanted them to know who we were. And then we started doing volunteer work too. We've always done the Chelan and Manson Apple Blossom Girls. Also done a lot of other stuff, styled shoots, volunteer stuff. So yeah, just getting our name out there. How do we promote our business? Social media. That's it. We don't pay for a website. We use Instagram. Our main bookings are through Instagram. And also on social media, be honest, post real pictures. We're not editing anything. I mean, we want you to see what somebody looks like before and after, untouched. Word of mouth, wedding planners, and venues. So now we're Chelan Glam, but we're actually booked more in Leavenworth than in Chelan because Leavenworth's such a small little market, and we got on their vendor list. So all of a sudden, all these brides are not even looking anywhere else. The venue hands them a list. They're booking us for hair and makeup, whoever the caterer is on that list, whoever the florist is on that list, because it's easy. They don't have to do any work, which is great. But we're traveling to Leavenworth now, which is fine. We charge a traveling fee. So for me to go to Leavenworth is $110 no matter what, just for me to show up. And then on top of that, I get paid for my services. So I don't mind traveling to Leavenworth because it's a pretty drive and I get paid to do it. So that's round trip, $110 round trip for Leavenworth. And then we're just gonna show you some of our pictures. So we love when photographers send us pictures. This was a family shoot. This was a bride at Harmony Meadows. And then lots of hair pictures here. So now we do have, in these pictures up here, we do have an office space where we do consults out of. And that is just because my family owns a separate office that I run mini storages out of. So we use this space to do bridal consults. We wouldn't have to do that. We don't pay for that space. If I had to pay for it, I wouldn't use it. We would still be on site traveling. So it's all about do what you have. Maybe you had a space that you could utilize for, work purposes. So yeah, just more bridal pictures here. That she got married in Manson right at a house right behind here. Yeah, we love when Kirsten worked with a bunch of, I think they were 14-year-old girls doing makeup techniques, engagement photo shoots. So yeah, lots of before and afters. You can just see, no makeup, makeup. So just what we're capable of doing, and it's pretty cool what a little makeup, hair transformation can do on anybody for bridal or any sort of special event. So yeah, bridal parties. So if how it works in booking us, if there are more than 5 people wanting services, 2 people go. So you'll have 2 hair, 2 makeup. If there's under 5, 1 hair, 1 makeup will go. And then that just, so we want to make sure we're making the most of our time. So yeah, these are all just brides here. Brides, engagement photo shoot, just showing what eyelashes can do, just a strip lash, putting that on. And then last year, the show must go on. Weddings still happened, they just looked a little different with COVID, smaller groups, elopements. We were fully masked doing makeup last year. The bride obviously wasn't masked, but up until we're working on them. And people just made it work. So we're finding that, yes, the pandemic definitely altered things, but we stayed just as busy and rebounded, and people are always going to get married. There's always that industry. So it's not going to stop us. And then just a few more pictures for you to see. Winter weddings. And thank you guys. And that's how you can contact us via email, Facebook, or Instagram.
Thank you. who has a question for Ms. Valdez? Who has the first question?
Did you ever want to go off on your own before you would work with your team?
Yes, so I was doing it on my own. So I started Makeup by J. Renee because my friend worked at Benson Winery and she had a bride and their makeup artist canceled last minute. And she said, she was just my friend, "You're into makeup, you can do this, girl." I'm like, "No, I can't, I've never done this, what are you talking about?" She's like, "Yes, you can." And so that one, I said, okay, I took my makeup kit, my own personal makeup, okay, took it to Benson, did that one bride, she loved it, she paid me great, and I was like, wow, I am doing this, and that's how that started. And I did that by myself for 2 years under Makeup by J. Renee, and I maybe only did 3 or 4 weddings a season, it was very small, and then I met Kirsten, and she had a love of makeup, and it was like when we formed the team, sky's the limit. I didn't want to work by myself, it wasn't as fun, and all of a sudden when we had the hair component, it just took off, because everybody could find one or the other. They couldn't find both that were coming to travel to you. So, yeah.
Come on, questions, I got lots of them, but
What's one of your favorite things about your business?
My favorite thing is, honestly, is being a part of people's wedding day. It's pretty amazing. I mean, we get to be up close and personal with, which, you know, the moms, if you think about it, the bride on her day up is it's a stressful situation, and we're there and we calm them down, and I get to be with them and spend some really personal time on a really special day. So the mood, the energy, everything is really cool on wedding days. So that's my favorite part.
so, for the guys in the class that may or may not be interested in makeup and hair,
Right.
are there other things related in the wedding industry that there might be opportunities for guys that
Yes, so
aren't doing
I've
hair?
thought a lot about this because like I said, I just provide a service. I show up, I get paid, I leave. There's so many things like that, like wedding tear down and cleanup. So if you have a truck and you have some guys, you can get hired to clean up after weddings, and they will pay you a lot of money to do that. That's one example. What else? Oh, rentals, like tables and chairs. There's only a couple places where you can rent tables and chairs from. That, of course, you would have to buy there's a little startup fee for that. But anything you can think of, I mean, you provide a service for the wedding industry, I mean, you'll be hired. And there's so many per weekend. That's the thing. You have so many options. You could be tearing down for 5 venues. It'd take you Saturday, and you'd make more in one day than 6 months working hourly somewhere. So just keep that in mind. It's a lot of options.
There's lots of questions. Come on.
What does your life look like outside of Chelan Glam?
Well, I'm a mom of 3, so this is another thing why starting your own business is great, because I actually was just, full-time mom for many years, and then I got into this, and it's on my own schedule, so I can still, raise my 3 kids. I work for my family business, which is mini storage companies and an orchard, and I also am a yoga instructor at the barn, and I got really into yoga, which I also promote through Chelan Glam. So I do bachelorette yoga, and now shifted that. So Chelan Glam is the umbrella, but there's lots of things that can be promoted under that. So yeah, thank you for asking, because I was going to say that too, about once you have that and people know you, you can start introducing other services or other products under that.
what is the long-term goal that you have for your business now?
Long-term goal is for me to not work and still get paid. So how that works is me taking less weddings, and we've hired people and we get 20% of what they make. So we're getting a commission off of our new hires because we're doing all the work, we're finding the bride, we're on the back end, they show up, do the service, and I get paid. So that's the long-term goal, is that we have enough employees so that Kirsten and I can work less and still be making money. Yes.
Was it hard to start getting your business going? Or since you said that you were originally only planning 5 for a season, and then you got 50, was
That part only happened because I had an awesome partner. And we both had kids, and it was like, how's this gonna work? And she, on my own, I couldn't have gone from 5 to 50, no way. So having a partner you can trust and depend on. This is a wedding day, so you cannot cancel, you cannot back out. There is no sick days. I mean, you have to be on your game. And so to have a partner that I trusted, definitely grew our business to where, yeah, we could start taking more clients, and I could see that growth.
How did you find your employees?
So Kirsten and I met her in my daughter's classroom actually, and when she showed up to drop off wearing more makeup, looking like a Kardashian than I do, like full glam, I was like, are you into makeup by chance? And she's like, yeah, I sell it. And we formed this relationship. So I met her like that, and then her mom actually is our hairstylist. So she came on board as our hairstylist, and then now there's 2 gals working with us that we found. One's in Bridgeport, Brewster, just social media and beauty schools trying. I mean, we can't really, we would like more. I mean, we have emails every day that we have to say no, like we're booked. So that's why if anyone's going to beauty school, call us, because we can do interns, and we've had to just cancel or say no to so many bookings because there's just not enough people to take the job. So yeah, we could have 10 stylists right now and have them booked all summer. But then that's the thing, it's a summer job. Then you have to return to your salon or wherever else you're at to make a living full time. But for that season, you would be fully booked and making a killing. And yes.
Do you also, I know you showed a few pictures, but do you also do like winter and spring weddings?
Yes, we do all seasons of weddings, and then also, proms and senior pictures and anything you would need, your photo shoots, hair and makeup, we do that as well, which is all year. But mainly our busy season is from now until October. And then, I wanted to say pricing. We looked around at all the salons at what people were charging. That's basically how we figured out what to charge. And we are a little different because we travel to you, so our pricing, and we looked at that, like, do people charge more or less if you're getting a service done in a salon versus traveling? And it's usually a little bit more because we're coming to you. So we figured out that, and then we are lower than anyone in Seattle. So I mean, brides coming from Seattle don't even blink an eye when they look at our price sheet because they're used to paying that price. Chelan people and local people, maybe. I mean, and we work with people on that, but for the most part, you have to look at your market and make sure you're pricing yourself appropriately, because we were a little low to start, and that was the thing, we didn't know. And when we were looking at pricing on the west side and who our brides were from the west side, it was like, yep, gotta raise those prices up, and we did, and never looked back.
A little bit different question, and that is, okay, so you've got this business, you're doing really good at marketing and doing what you're doing because of the word of mouth and various things. How about the back end of the business? How did you work out all the financial side and
Yeah. So on the
What do
back
you
end,
use?
I wish Kirsten was here because I was telling Dan this, like, I'm here doing this presentation, but Kirsten is the workhorse. She does most of the work. I'm able to take a step back, and I enjoy doing this and taking the jobs that I want, but I don't really take brides anymore. She does. There's a lot of things that we figured out as our business, grew, but on the back end, yes, we have one person that responds to all the emails, because if you had me responding to Susie at this time and Kira, like, no. So that got confusing. We figured out who was replying to clients. And so, yeah, we have one person kind of doing all the back end work. And then as far as getting paid, we are all independent contractors. So I come in, I charge my rate for these 5 people, I get paid. She charges her rate, it may be different than mine, she gets paid. Hairstylist, same thing. So everyone's getting paid separately. We don't collect anything as a team except for booking fees, which is a one-time $60. If you're gonna book with us in the summer, you pay a one-time booking fee. That reserves your date. You don't get it refunded. It doesn't go towards your day of. It's just to secure your date because we're that booked. And then that funds is our fun money. So we have team dinners and team functions and team swag and all that. We use those booking fees for our group fun stuff.
And then how do you handle the 20% commission?
Right, so
piece
this
of
is
that?
our first season that's coming into play. So that also will go into our
Yeah.
joint account, and as that money starts to grow, that's where we need some help figuring out what do we do? How do we grow our business? How do we keep this? So yeah, it's new territory right now. This summer will be our first time taking on stylists where we make a commission, so it will change.
So then the stylist will get paid and then they'll pay you the 20%.
So then Chelan Glam will pay our stylists. Yes, so we set up,
Oh, they pay you
Venmo,
first.
a Square
Mhm.
account, all of that. So if you're not an owner, you will get paid through Chelan Glam.
Okay.
But before that, it was all, I'm an independent contractor, I charge X amount. But our 3 new people we just hired, they will be paid through Chelan Glam. But yeah, it's a whole lot of, the whole tax side of it, the business, that is like, I need education on that because when you start small and then all of a sudden you're growing, and yeah, I mean, things are changing this summer, so we'll see. Next year I could have a different presentation.
Rick?
Yes.
Have you ever had any interns?
No, we haven't, and I thought about last year, because I'm so bad at social media, and Kirsten's always on me, like, I don't post anything, I don't post before and after, it's all, I have them, I'm just not good about doing this. I'm like, I need an intern to do that sort of stuff. And I know last year that, did you guys have to have some sort of internship hours or work hours? Yeah, so we might be looking at that. So if you're interested, then let your teacher know and she can email me. And, cause yeah, we definitely have some things we would love to have help with.
So a general question, now that you're Chelan Glam's 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, this will be our 4th
Fourth.
season.
What's something that you knew before you started, or you wish you'd have known before you started Chelan Glam?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, great. Okay, I always say this. When I graduated high school, I went straight to college, right? I went to San Diego State. I thought I needed to do that. I had a passion. I should have gone to cosmetology school. Not that you need to do this, but don't ignore your passion is what I'm saying, is because I thought I needed to have a 4-year college degree to be successful. And had I gone to cosmetology school in California instead of college, I'd probably be down there doing makeup for the stars. That's what I believe. And life works out in different ways, and I love this. But my point is, follow your passion, and if it could be something, that you think, like me, I thought, oh, I had to do this. No, there's all sorts of I don't believe there's a certain route for everybody. So just stay true to your passion, and luckily for me, I came back to it. It took 10 years. I graduated with a communication degree. I worked for an education firm. I did everything but hair and makeup, and then 10 years later, came back to it, and now running my own business, and it's the best. So
What did you do in between the span of 10 years?
while I was living in California, I was an education consultant for a firm. In California, they do things way differently with mandated costs. I won't get into it, but I did that, and then I had 3 kids, so I was kind of staying at home raising them and working for my family business, little hours, maybe 2 hours a day, and then formed this, which was just pretty much a Saturday gig. You know, oh, I can do Saturdays, my husband's home and he can watch the kids, and weddings are Saturdays. Well, that turned into more of a full-time thing as we progressed, but you can do lots of things. That's why I love owning my own business. I can do this, but I can do, and especially in Chelan, you can have a seasonal, you could have a 3-month gig where you make a lot of money and still have a full-time job. So you can think about that, or do 2 things.
Okay, other questions? This is your chance to learn from someone that's done what I think a lot of us think would be really invaluable, is to follow your passion and do what you love.
Yep.
Jonna, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes. I'm excited to see what you have to come up with. It's always fun. And I'll see you in June then. Good
Yeah.
luck.